Whenever somebody wants to create anything, we have to set an intention. So as you read the reports that I send, it will be like a statement. It's an intention. And how it works is there'll be an area of, maybe physical health, maybe even an organ or gland. Maybe it's an intention about moving forward in life, whatever it is about whatever area of life. It's like you have to find all the things that oppose it. So that's how healing works. It's how manifestation works as well. People sometimes say they'll just put it out into the quantum and it will manifest. It doesn't really work like that. It kind of does, but you've got to find all the things to release that are restricting it, right? This is why it's important when I talk about, even if you're not doing the 5-month healing program with me, if I was to tell you a program you were running or you wanted to look at an area of life you want to shift and change, it's setting a new intention and a positive. And then obviously I give you some of the healing processes and the frameworks of the course that I've given you, that there's ways to work through and hear or find or release other restrictions, like maybe other beliefs. Sometimes it takes like realizations, like this moment of clarity that starts to come through as you're going through the progression of the healing process. So even those extra healing sessions I do, the ones that are through this program, those release restrictions, and then it's almost like this new level or this new light comes in or this new awareness. And so it's almost like a natural reordering or a natural gravitation process happens. I don't really want people to have to feel like they've got to force themselves to step into these new ways, right? Because that would be sheer push through or, going with that motivation, willpower. It only lasts so long. If there is deeper underlying reasons on why we feel like it's not safe to, or these other pre-programmed responses that kind of hide underneath, even there's reasons for procrastination and all those things. There's always a need being met. It's about releasing these things, and we kind of naturally come into more gravitation towards what we want to create. In saying that, there is a place, obviously, for action. So in the healing sessions, it's like I've found and I've created that healing path to it. But if you do have new insights and awarenesses about your life, be wise to start taking an action or a different action, because that will solidify it or cement it, right? A lot of the time, I've spoken about this before on other calls, a lot of the time in our life, we are in almost just pre-programmed unconscious ways of behaviors. And I was reading a book the other day that talked about, when somebody learns to drive, they go into that space. Once we do it enough, it's like unconscious competent. It's quite great because, we just do it and we don't even have to think about it. But if we're running like that in the rest of our life, we are missing opportunities to up level or to honestly look at what we're creating, because often they are from a lot of habitual, patterns or a very long time that we've been doing the same things over and over. And then people kind of want a different response or a different outcome in their life. But again, it's kind of this, it's like a process of even looking at self, being curious, asking different questions. But as you release more and more layers in healing, it gets easier to hear and know the truth. Even like the sessions with the healing, I want people to really feel into their own energetics, get to know themselves better on that level, because you will hear more information and you will hear the correct information. And then I can take action towards that, right? Releasing fears and stepping into more of that kind of heightened awareness, or who I am, or, what's correct for me.